So should we say 5 questions each? Yes? 5 for you, 5 for me? Okay. Now, pick the first card. Go on, you're the first. Okay, so you have question. Card number 1. Roll the dice.
I roll number 2.
Number 2. Question number 2. So I'm going to put the card down so you don't see the back of it. How many columns are there?
How many colors are there?
Columns.
Columns?
Okay.
10.
10 columns. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Guys. Question 7. Should I read the question? What color circles show positive numbers? Blue. Blue.
Let me see.
Blue. Oh no. It's red. Blue is still negative.
That means
Right.
you only have
Next.
1 point.
Yes.
That means good.
That card will sit here because I missed it. Question 8 says, is the highest number at the top of or the bottom of the card?
Bottom.
Bottom. Yes. 500 is the highest number. It's at the bottom. You're very good at this game. Okay. Counting in thousands.
Number 3. That means
Number
question
3.
number 3.
I'll read it. Number 3 says, how many of the lily pads have flowers? 2. There was 2 flowers. So there must be 2. Yay! Oh, you got counting in Roman numbers.
I rolled a 3.
3. Question 3 said, what time is shown on the clock?
What time is shown on the clock?
Yes. Ooh.
5 and 10.
No.
What
The
is-
time is 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. You've missed it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That means I got 2 points and you got 1 point.
Okay, so I have place values. Question 6.
I'll read it.
Question 6. Is each part of the number called a digit or a fraction? Oh, that's easy. It's a digit.
Let's see.
It is a digit.
You're correct.
Of course. Question 7 says, do any of the sums have the same answer?
No.
You're right. None of them do. So it's 10, 19, 12, 17 and 35. Well done. Now you're ahead again. Okay. Subtraction. So question 7. What is the answer? What is the answer to 25 minus 13? Oh, 12. 12.
Like
12. 12. 12. Yes. Am I correct? I should be. 12 is correct.
20.
25 minus 13. There. 12. We're equal. That's your last card. If you get that one wrong, and I get my right,
I mean, you get
yep, roll it on the table.
I didn't even roll anything.
6. Question 6. Do all the divisions have an answer of less than 8? Or is there any answer that is more than 8? It's a tricky one.
Yes.
So, which one are you answering? Do all the divisions answer less than 8? Or do you think there's some or one more than 8?
One more higher than 8.
Okay, so the answer is no. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which number is
Multiplied
multiplied by
itself.
itself to make
16.
16?
Oh, that's easy. That's 8.
Let's see.
Oh. 8 times 8. No, A plus A is 16.
Look.
Oh no! No, I was thinking about addition. Ah, no. It's 4. No way. I've lost. Oh,
You lost? That means kids are winning!
no.
Yay!
Yay. Anya won. Okay.
I was made for this, I live for this. God has a reason for my life. I'm gonna shout it out without a doubt. I was born for this, built for a purpose. Whoa, 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 whoa. There is a God who made it all, everything we see. He built the mountains, filled the oceans, and He built me. He is with me, He is for me, I am not alone. He is with me, He is for me, and I know that I was made for this, I live for this. God has a reason for my life. I'm gonna shout it out without a doubt. I was born for this, built for a purpose. Whoa, 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 whoa. He is with it's Mary here, and it's the summer holidays. Woohoo! I love the summer holidays, they're great, aren't they? I hope you've been having some fun so far, or just chilling, doing absolutely nothing, because that can be good too. I'm going to be sharing one of my favourite Bible stories with you today. Now, this was hard to choose as I do have a few, but there is one story that I really remember when I was younger, learning so much from, and I still learn so much from it now. So hopefully that can be the same for you guys, that when I share this, you learn so much from it today, and then it's something that you still learn stuff from for years and years and years to come. So one clue for what this story is that I have 5 stones with me today. Ooh, what could it be? If you guessed David and Goliath, you were right. I love this story, so I'm going to tell you the story and what I've learned from it. Are you up for it? Let's go. So, God's people had some enemies, okay, and these were called the Philistines. So they weren't up for bowing down to God or anything like that, and they were super scary, and they were ready to fight God's people. Now, part of the Philistines was this huge giant soldier, okay, even bigger than probably your favourite superhero. He had such heavy armour on him. He just looked, nobody wanted to fight him, okay? He was just super like that, and his name was Goliath, okay? So Goliath said to God's people, choose a man to come and fight me, and if that man wins, all of the Philistines will bow down to the king and be part of God's people. But if that man who comes to fight me loses, all of you will be slaves to me and the Philistines. And everybody froze. Did you freeze? I froze. Nobody moved because nobody wanted to fight him. And this went on for 40 days. 40 days. 40 days, Goliath would come and be like, who's gonna fight me? Nobody moved. They all froze like that. Now, there was a man called David. Now, he was seen as quite a young boy. He was a shepherd, and he had older brothers that were all soldiers. And anyway, David saw how scared everybody was of Goliath each day. So David thought, well, I'm gonna fight Goliath. Can you believe it? He said, I'm gonna fight him. So he went and told Saul, he went and said, let me go and fight Goliath. And they said, you can't fight Goliath, you're only a young boy. You're just a shepherd. You're just a young shepherd boy. You can't do it. But David said, God will help me, because God has already protected me when a lion and a bear came after my sheep, and the same God that protected me from the lion and from the bear will also protect me from Goliath. How amazing is that? So that's exactly what he did. So they put all this armour on David so that he was able to fight, but it was too heavy. He didn't know how to use a sword. So David said, I don't need this armour. I'm fine without it. And you can imagine, I think if I was there, I'd be like, David, are you serious? Can you imagine a soldier going to fight without his sword, without his shield, without his helmet? You must think that they were crazy, because that was crazy. So instead, David found 5 smooth stones. Mine aren't very smooth, so we're just going to pretend right now. But he got 5 smooth stones and his slingshot and his staff in his hand, and off he went to face Goliath. I'm nervous. I don't know about you. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so he went and faced Goliath, and Goliath found it funny. He thought, who sent this young boy to come and fight me? He has got no chance. He was like, ha 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 ha, as if David is going to be able to take me down. But David said to him, I have come against you in the name of the Lord God Almighty, because the battle is God's and he always wins. So he got his stones, David, in his little slingshot, and he went like that, straight at Goliath. And can you guess what happened? Goliath went straight down, fell to the ground, boom. And David had fought Goliath. David had won. God had helped him win, because God always wins. Can you believe that? With his stones, no armour, but with the help of God, he took Goliath down. And what I love about that is the fact that David knew it was going to happen. David knew, because he said, the same God that has already protected me, that has already saved me, will do it again, because he always does and he always wins. Isn't that an amazing story? So I'm going to quick fire some things that I have learned from that, because I learned a lot. Don't know about you guys. Okay, so number one. So you may have your own giants in your life that maybe don't look like Goliath, but it could be stuff like maybe bullying, maybe you struggle at school with stuff sometimes, maybe you don't have very much confidence, maybe when you go out to places that can be a bit of a giant to you. There can be lots. One of mine was always fear. So these giants are stuff that can stop you from doing what you want to do or doing the plan that God has got for you. And one of mine was fear. So fear used to always get in the way and stop me from doing things. But God was always there to help me face my giants, to help knock them down. And he can be there for your giants as well. So that was number one, okay. Number two is to always put our trust in God, because he's always with us and he always saves. That is something that David definitely did. He full on put his trust in Jesus and said, I know you are going to help me face Goliath. And that's exactly what he did. Number three, okay. Number three, I have learnt that we never need much when we have Jesus, because we are able to do all things when we have Jesus. Just like how David didn't need all that armour, he just needed them 5 stones, and that was enough, as well as Jesus, to win that battle. Because he just needed Jesus, didn't he? So that was that one. And number 4, everybody saw David as a really young boy. I think they really underestimated what David could do, especially when he had God with him. So you might be young, but you are able to do anything with your God, okay? So, and there's a verse in the Bible that says, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, and it's very true. So that's that one. And then number 5, we have got, okay, so this one, I loved that God is always preparing and protecting us for the battles that we may face. So with David, he had already prepared and protected him by saving him from the lion and the bear to protect his sheep. And that helps David put trust in God for when he went on to face Goliath, because he knew God had already saved him, God had already protected him, and that helped him put trust in God, because he knew God was going to do that once again for him, which I think is amazing. So never forget the stuff that God has done for you, because that will help you trust God in future giants, future battles, that your God is going to deliver you and save you and protect you from them. I love that. And the last one, okay, the last one. David was very brave, I thought. He stepped up when everyone else was scared. And sometimes we have to be brave. And sometimes it takes just one of us who has Jesus in their hearts to help us step out and be part of God's plan and help change the world, shine our light. And that's exactly what David did in that moment for all the people around him. He really saved them when they were scared, and he had courage. So always be bold and brave, because you have got Jesus to help you out with that. Amazing. I love that story. So if you're up for it, I'm going to give you a little challenge, okay? I want you to go out on an adventure and find your own 5 smooth stones. Make sure they're a lot more smoother than mine. And these will be a reminder for the story to help you maybe keep reminding you to put your trust in Jesus. You might want to stack them and make a tower. You might want to write on them. You might want to write words like trust. You might want to decorate them with a picture. Do whatever you like and help that to remind you about David and Goliath, because it is a story to never forget. Are you up for that? I hope you are. Okay, I'm going to pray and then we can go off and enjoy the summer, can't we? Okay, thank you, Jesus, that you are someone that we can put our trust in. I thank you that you are always there helping and protecting us. I pray you help us to be brave and to continue to trust you, Lord, when we face these giants and these battles in our lives, Father. I pray you help us to keep on being part of your plan and changing the world, because we are all have such bright lights to share in this world. I thank you for Bridge Kids, and I pray that you use each and every single one of us over summer, Lord, to be part of your amazing plan where we can all be bold and brave. Amen. Amazing. Well, Bridge Kids, I have loved this time with you. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.